Hey, Dimitri, and Rochelle. So today we're talking about the uplifting goat um, bubble mailer. I guess that's what we're going to call them, and what that design looks like. So for the folks out there tuning in, basically what we're doing is we're creating packaging in the form of bubble mailers through our partner Sticker Reel, and these are for us to decorate and to recognize some of our best customers, our biggest community members, right? One of the ways that we do that is that for some of our players, well, for our players, in which all supplies last, but some of our players that complete Interstellar Sentinel on heroic difficulty, we started this a couple of years ago. We will send them a 1 credit clear pin, and this isn't really about that, but this is the mailer that we are going to send the pin in. And now that we've gotten into the age of merch with Uplifting Goat, we are now designing what we think that mailer will look like. And so that's what we're talking about. So anyways, with that in mind, let's kind of flip on over. So we have a very first version. Thank you, Dimitri, for some of the ideation on this. So yes, it's gorgeous. It looks amazing, in terms of our graphics. And I think we did a great job with this. It also isn't quite resonating design-wise with what I was thinking and what our conversation was from Sunday. So with that in mind, why don't we kick on over to this for a second? So how about I just do this? There we go. This isn't quite it, but all right. So let's see here. Got this. 1 second. Actually, I'm just realizing I didn't think I was going to do it quite like this. So this is going to come up here. This is going to come down. Oops. This is going to come down here to hang a little bit more in the, maybe down here around something like this. I want it to breathe a little bit. Maybe it's actually something like this. Comes down here a little bit more to the middle. So what I'm thinking, right, is, so the mailer itself is essentially kind of like a mission complete format, in that we are sending you an artifact, a piece of merchandise, but an artifact from the Interstellar Sentinel universe. And so, especially in these particular cases, since we are intending to send 1 credit clear pins, maybe some extra merch, send them out to our most special customers, people just want to, we want to send cool stuff to. I think it'd be really cool to send it in this format. So the mission complete. I think, let's see, Operation Srevis Island. I think that is pretty okay. Since we do the Srevis Island, thanks for playing and the visit. We don't necessarily need to use the full, the full cosmic graphics. We could do this in a more of it like this. We could also keep them as the background, not a problem here. And then on the back side of this, so I think the front side is like, cool, let's show this stuff. And then on the back side, we have basically, hey, here's the mystery, right? Maybe there's something to be said for, if you're looking on the mystery, there's some kind of graphic that, I don't know, I could be this. I'll let you think about this, Dimitri. But maybe it's like a hey, like, get something to turn over. Maybe they turn it over just because it's curious. You see something gorgeous on the front with this kind of faux postcard kind of thing going on. And then on the back, we have the name of the game, what the game is. So this stuff needs to come up a bit more. These are just some rough mocks that I did. So we're still working on that. But yeah, so I think we need to pull this stuff down. These titles. And so access the command archive, view mission records on Steam. So basically this is the QR code. We need to dress up our QR codes. We need to look at our QR code service again. We should do what we did for the caravan event, where we created some really sexy looking QR codes. I think we can have a bit of our like, our framing. This is just, again, poor mocks, but you can see where we're going with this, right? So we can have somewhere framing that frames the QR code. And then, this is the access command archive. And that would be, if they scan it, takes them to the Steam page for Interstellar Sentinel. And then down here, acquire sanctioned artifacts, official gear, and collectibles, right? So inside is an artifact, right? So, but this is basically a link to the sticker mule shop, right? And then down here, I thought we could maybe repurpose our cool, like, you know, like golden graphic thing here, and then issued by Uplifting Goat LLC. So you kind of see what's going on with the space, and kind of the design. I'm really excited about this. So, with that, I'm going to leave this with you, Dimitri, to think about. But I think it gives us enough direction. You can see how maybe we want to like maybe use the graphic design to pull the eye between the panels. We don't need a lot of verbiage. And I think the thing here, right, that we want to keep in mind is that the mailer goes out. It's got the goodie in it. And we don't really ever know where or who is going to see this thing. So we should give them the opportunity to take action based on their curiosity. And frankly, let's not be a full-blown big advertisement. Let's pretend as if we are giving, I guess it's not really pretend. We are issuing transmissions from the Interstellar Sentinel universe in the form of artifacts and merch and all these goodies, these little things. And I think we've done such a wonderful job in this last year, really getting to this point. I think this is kind of like, this is like the icing on the cake. And so mechanics wise, we'll get through this design. Let's still keep it top of the list. We're going to I'll probably order a test sample. And then, the idea is then we're going to ship this over to the Philippines and to have Rochelle essentially be kind of the custodian of our transmissions. We're going to get a big like bunch of merch on top of it, the 1cc pins, and we already have 2 people in our community that we want to send our 1cc pins to. So if they're watching this, it's going to be a bit of a spoiler, but I can't wait to see what happens when the next folks essentially record their unboxing. Can you imagine getting something like this in the mail? Oh man, it's so cool. Anyways, that's it. I'll get this video up for you and along with this mock-up, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.